In the enchanting world of Wonka, chocolatier Willy Wonka embarks on a journey to sell his delectable creations. After a series of misfortunes, he is joined by newfound friends as he battles against the corrupt chocolate cartel, discovering the true essence of chocolate and the power of redemption. The movie begins with chocolatier Willy Wonka arriving in a new city on a ship, eager to sell his creations at the gallery's gourmet. However, things take a downturn as he loses most of his money, leaving him with no place to stay. Fortunately, a large man named Mr. Bleacher offers him shelter. Bleacher takes Willy to a place where he lives with Mrs. Scrubbit. They seem welcoming, offering Willy gin and a place to sleep. However, as Willy signs their contract, a young girl named Noodle, who works there, quietly advises him to read the fine print. Unfortunately, he ignores her advice. The following day, Willy goes to the town square to introduce himself to the crowd and showcase his chocolate creations. "You've never had chocolate like this." He names them Hover Chocks, because they are made with a special flying bug. This grabs the attention of three local chocolate shop owners, Arthur Slugworth, Fickelgruber, and Prodnose. They approach Willy, taste the Hover Chocks, and although their expressions suggest they like it, they claim it's the worst chocolate ever. The bug's effects make them float, and Willy allows the crowd to buy the chocolate. However, the chief of police and Officer Affable confiscate Willy's goods, leaving him with a single sovereign to pay for his room. After Willy returns to Scrubbit and Bleacher, they accuse him of absurd charges and compel him to work for them for years to settle the alleged debts. Willy is tossed down the laundry chute, joining others who were also deceived by Scrubbit and Bleacher, including former accountant Abacus Crunch, plumber Piper Benz, telephone operator Lottie Bell, and failed comedian Larry Chucklesworth. Noodle has the most significant debt and is required to work for the longest duration. In his room, Willy discovers that Noodle has never tasted chocolate. Sharing how his mother taught him chocolate making and fueled his creativity, he uses a special mechanism with unique ingredients, like liquid sunlight, to craft a chocolate with a lightning bolt design. Noodle enjoys it, but feels sad knowing she won't have more. This sparks Willy's idea to create more chocolate, pledging Noodle a lifetime supply. The plan is for Noodle to assist Willy go out so he can sell chocolates, allowing them to pay off their debt to Mrs. Scrubbit and attain freedom. The chief enters a church and descends underground with the corrupt Father Julius, meeting with Slugworth, Fickelgruber, and Prodnose, unofficially known as the Chocolate Cartel. They view Willy as a threat due to his tasty chocolate sold at affordable prices, endangering their business. The trio bribes the chief with a substantial amount of chocolate to handle Willy, even if it requires extreme measures. Willy and Noodle create a distraction by fooling Scrubbit into thinking Bleacher is a wealthy aristocrat, and vice versa, making them fall in love with each other. Willy devises a laundry machine using their dog Tittles, giving the workers a break. Now on the streets, Willy shares a story with Noodle about a little orange man with green hair who keeps stealing his chocolates, but Noodle remains skeptical. Willy then mentions the need to make more chocolate and acquire giraffe milk for it. At the zoo, they incapacitate a security guard with a special chocolate, and inside, it becomes apparent that Willy struggles with reading, mistakenly opening the door to the tiger instead of the giraffe. Noodle goes to the correct door, and as Willy milks the giraffe, she reveals her name isn't really Noodle. It was assumed when Scrubbit found her with an N necklace. She expresses her dream of a genuine home and family, and Willy vows to assist her in achieving it. Exiting the zoo, Willy grabs balloons, floating to the roof of the gourmet store, where they sing and dance. The police notice, leading to a conversation between Willy and the chief of police, warning him to stop selling chocolates. They sneak back into the workshop. After returning home, Willy shares his plan with the other workers. Abacus cautions him about the chocolate cartel, revealing they control chocolate sales and maintain documents of their questionable practices. This includes diluting and watering down chocolate, storing excess in an underground vault beneath the church, guarded by Father Julius and numerous chocoholic monks. Despite the risks, the others agree to assist Willy in selling his chocolate without interference. Willy begins by giving giraffe milk macaroons to a man lacking confidence to impress his girlfriend. He then sells various tasty products and avoids the chief by navigating through storm drains. The chief catches on and orders men to guard the drains, all while dealing with his growing weight from consuming too much chocolate. In the evening, Willy devises a plan to catch a little orange man stealing his chocolates. The trap succeeds, and Willie meets an Oompa Loompa named Lofty. Lofty explains, Oompa Loompa, that Willie took cocoa beans from Loompaland, ruining his life. Now, Lofty needs enough chocolate as payment to return home. Lofty tricks Willie by hitting him with a frying pan and taking his chocolate. The next day, Noodle provides Willie with the keys to the town square shop so he can sell his creations. Initially, the place was a bit messy, but they soon tidy it up. The chocolate cartel spies on Willie and notices Noodle's involvement, considering it a problem. Slugworth approaches Scrubbit and Bleacher with a sinister scheme. Willie opens the shop to the public, featuring beautiful treats like cotton candy clouds, edible flowers, and chocolate trees. The crowd enjoys everything until it's revealed that someone sabotaged the treats, causing them to grow hair and change colors rapidly. Willie realizes the chocolate is poisoned with Yeti sweat and tries to warn everyone. The people turn against Willie, trashing his shop, which catches fire after an angry mother topples a chandelier. Feeling sorrowful amid his shop's ruins, Willie is approached by the chocolate cartel with enough money to clear their debts, under the condition that he leaves town and stops making or selling chocolate. Reluctantly, Willie agrees and boards a boat out of town. After some time, Lofty reappears, thinking Willie still owes him. Willie notices a mark on his hand, caused by Slugworth's firm handshake. The mark is similar to Noodle's ring, indicating they are related to each other. Realizing Noodle is in danger, Willie decides to return. When he tries to inform the captain, he discovers the boat is rigged with dynamite by the cartel. He and Lofty jump ship before it explodes. Scrubbit sets Abacus, Piper, Lottie, and Larry free, but she informs Noodle that Slugworth paid her to keep Noodle there forever, along with poisoning the chocolates. Mrs. Scrubbit tosses her back into the coop. Suddenly, Willie shows up and informs Noodle that they're going to steal the ledger where they record their illegal activity and set her free from the coop. At the cathedral, Noodle disguises herself as a beggar and asks the father for chocolate, but he refuses. She then secretly inserts the giraffe's favorite chocolate into the priest's pocket. Willie and a couple of others go to the zoo, snatch the giraffe, and release it in the cathedral. The father calls the zoo, Willie and friends on the other side of the phone, and instructs them to get rid of the giraffe just before the Baron's funeral. Upon learning of the incident, Slugworth contacts the father and hurries to the cathedral. Meanwhile, Willie and Noodle enter underneath the cathedral and start searching for the book. Eventually, Noodle opens a trapdoor in the wall and retrieves the ledger. Unfortunately, Slugworth and his companions catch them. Slugworth reveals that the N is actually a Z, belonging to his brother, Zebedee. He tells Noodle that 9 months after his father died, her mother showed up and asked Slugworth's help because her baby was sick. He assured her mother she would be in good hands, but, instead, threw her down the laundry chute, claimed she died, and Slugworth took all the family inheritance. The cartel compels them into a big chocolate mixer, planning to drown them in chocolate. However, before leaving, Willie requests a favor to pass the last jar of chocolate he owes to an Oompa Loompa, considering it his finest creation. Slugworth takes Willie's chocolates, but eats them instead, leaving Willie and Noodle to drown in a tank of chocolate. Right before the vault is about to be completely filled, Lofty arrives at the church and empties the vault, mainly so Willie can settle his debt. Just as Slugworth, Fickelgruber, and Prodnose try to leave, Willie and Noodle show up with their ledger, revealing their crimes. Affable takes the book and finds the chief's involvement. While the chief is taken into custody, the cartel tries to escape, but starts floating due to the delayed effect of the hoverchocks. Willie explains that the flying power is stronger now. Believing their chocolate reserves can save them from jail, Willie activates the fountain in the town square, causing their chocolate to burst out, ruining their reserves, and making them uncontrollably fly out of town. The townspeople then happily taste the chocolate, recognizing Willie's special ingredients. While everyone enjoys the chocolate, Willie brings out the last bar his mother made before she passed away. It comes with a note saying what matters is not just how chocolate is made, but who it is made and shared with. He shares it with Noodle, Abacus, Piper, Lottie, and Larry. Willie then reveals that they made some calls and located Noodle's mother, Dorothy Smith, who works at a library. He takes Noodle to meet her mother for the first time. After settling his debts with Lofty, Willie invites him to join as he builds his chocolate factory and offers Lofty to be the head of the tasting department, and he agrees. Willie and Lofty head to an old castle. Eventually, Willie sets up what will become his globally renowned chocolate factory. In the credits, Lofty shares updates on the other characters. Abacus, Lottie, Piper, and Larry went back to their previous jobs and reconnected with loved ones. Scrubbit and Bleacher got caught for contaminating Willie's chocolate. They tried to drink the evidence, causing their skin and hair to change colors. The two are arrested and cry as they unexpectedly fall in love for real. And the movie ends here. Thank you for watching, and I highly recommend watching the entire movie as it is incredibly enjoyable. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel so you can stay updated and receive notifications whenever we upload new videos.